Right now at 4:30, we're giving you a live look outside at the AMP where Army-Navy flags are flying, and we are now just 2 days away from one of college football's biggest events. We're talking about the Army-Navy game at Gillette Stadium on Saturday. Both Foxborough and Providence have been gearing up for the game for weeks now.
Yeah, and just yesterday, the convention center was turned into a dorm awaiting the hundreds of Naval Academy midshipmen who will soon walk through the door. We want to bring in anchors Mike Montecalvo and Shannon Heggie, who are live at the AMP. Guys, it's cold, but the energy is warming up.
That's right. A lot of excitement. Kim and Kayla, you mentioned the tour we got yesterday of the convention center next door to here at the AMP. At least 700 Navy midshipmen. I'm told they're the freshmen at the Naval Academy, otherwise known as the plebes in Naval Academy speak. They're going to be staying at the convention center. All those cots are set up where they'll be spending about 24 hours next door. Of course, all the hotels in Providence will be filled as well.
So they don't get the beds from the hotels. They just get the cots that are in the convention.
They're the freshmen.
Well, they can handle that too. And plus, General Manager Larry Lepore gave us a tour yesterday. So not only are they going to sleep there, they brought trucks in so they can actually shower. There are racks there so they can put their uniforms up too. And when you think about the Rhode Island Convention Center, I remember when they built this forever ago. That was just to be for conventions, concerts, things like that. Look where we've come.
I know.
Especially with the pandemic where they did testing and there was a field hospital and they were giving shots out. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Larry Lepore told our Sheena Lushudo yesterday, he's like, if you had told me 3 years ago, hey, do you think we can have some 700 Navy midshipmen stay here? He would have been like, absolutely not. But since they did the field hospital during the pandemic, this was not that new to them.
All right, one person who actually probably slept on those cots is former Congressman and former Bryant University President Ron Makeley, who is a Navy veteran. We're going to talk to him live on what the Navy means to him and his prediction on the Army-Navy game.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, live in Providence, I'm Shannon Heggie. He's Mike Montecalvo. We'll be back coming up later. Guys, back to you.
Our in-depth coverage of the Army-Navy game continues now as we're joined by Senator Jack Reed, one of the honorary chairmen of the Army-Navy Local Organizing Committee. Senator, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Kim.
So, of course, many people know your ties to the military. In addition to your service in the Army, you're a graduate of West Point, chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Talk to me about what this game, this tradition, means to you.
Well, it's one of the great traditions. Both teams come in, forget the record, they are playing for the season, and they go out and give it their best. But for me, what's the most moving moment is at the end of the game, because then both teams will go over to the losing side and sing their alma mater, and then both teams will go to the winning side and together sing the alma mater. So they leave that field of friendly strife as one unified element that will go on and defend the nation. That is what really moves me.
A beautiful tradition for sure, and we've been talking about how monumental this is with the game traveling to New England for the first time ever. I have to ask, did you play a role in getting the game to your backyard?
No, I did not. I must give all the credit to the craft organization, to other people, to the both service academies. It was good news for me, but the credit goes elsewhere.
And I know this game has only been played outside of the Philadelphia area twice in its history, once in the 1920s, another time in 1983 out in Pasadena. What does it take to move all of these men and women and to bring this game somewhere new?
Well, it's taken place in Philadelphia, New York, Washington, Baltimore, and once on the West Coast at the Rose Bowl. And you're right, those are major movements, particularly getting out to California, but moving up to New England was a barrier. What it took was a great vision and imagination and hard work by the organizers in Rhode Island, by the craft organization. The whole idea of setting the midshipmen up in Providence for the evening was really the key in terms of making it feasible for them to attend. And I think it's going to be a great evening and a great day for Rhode Island, as well as for the Army and the Navy.
That's for sure. And you pointed out, I should correct myself, this game has only been played outside of the Mid-Atlantic region twice before now. So I have to ask, you've been to this game, you said countless times before we started talking here on air. What is the energy like at the game itself?
Well, it's incredible. You've got the Corps of Cadets and the midshipmen, and they never sit down. They are cheering constantly from before the game, through the game, to the very end of the game. You've got fans that are excited. This is the big game for everybody. Then, of course, you've got aviation that is flying over. You'll have helicopters flying over. There'll be skydiving teams that are jumping into the stadium. It's just a nonstop action, and at the end, you're awfully proud of all the men and women in both the military academy and the Naval Academy.
And before I let you go, Senator, former U.S. Representative and former Bryant University President Ron Makeley, I know you have a long-standing friendship with him and also a little bit of a friendly rivalry because he is a Navy guy. My colleague Mike Montecalvo will be speaking with him coming up tonight at 5. What's your message to him about why the Army is going to win?
Well, we've got the best team. We've got the best coach, and we'll cheer the heck out of Navy. For one day in the year, Ron and I disagree completely, absolutely, and that's this Saturday for the Army-Navy game.
All right, Senator Jack Reed, thanks so much for your time here today. Great speaking with you, and enjoy the game on Saturday.
Thanks, Kim.
And you can stick with us on air and online as we bring you coverage right up until Saturday's kickoff, and you can watch that game at 3 o'clock right here on WPRI 12.
You're right, Tony. It is cold outside. We are live outside the AMP in downtown Providence. It's a big weekend. It's the Army-Navy football game on Saturday, but really it's Army-Navy football weekend. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. As we mentioned, it's less than 48 hours away. Of course, the game is being played at Gillette in Foxborough, but there's a ton happening here in Providence. Tomorrow, at least 700 Navy midshipmen will be arriving, and they're going to be staying at the convention center here in Providence. Cots and showers have been brought in. We got an inside look at the setup yesterday, and hundreds more will be staying at hotels in the city and around the area.
Meanwhile, the field over at Gillette Stadium is ready to go. It's painted for the Army-Navy game, and tonight starts Fan Fest. A lot to do up at Patriot Place. We're going to take you there live in just a moment.
Now, if you talk to anybody who's either Army or Navy, you know that this game has a lot of bragging rights attached. This is a long rivalry on the gridiron, and some feel very strongly about this game.
Yeah, and they're happy, too, that the spotlight is on Southern New England, and they're happy for this big game.
So I have the Army-Navy game in New England, but have Rhode Island playing a key role right now. The midshipmen are coming in. We expect a couple thousand midshipmen to be, out and about in Rhode Island, particularly in the Providence city of Providence. We set up the convention center for this, and we're going to be welcoming the entire country.
And that's Governor McKee. I'm joined here by former Congressman, former Bryant University President, and former Captain of the U.S. Navy, Ron Makeley. President Makeley, thank you so much for taking out the time.
It's great to be here with you, Mike.
So you're along with Senator Reed, you're an honorary co-chair for the local event that's happening here. It's got to make you happy that the two of you got to take part in that.
It's a great honor to be with Senator Reed in this event. We served together in Congress. I have the greatest admiration for him as a United States Senator in charge of the Armed Services Committee. And tomorrow we'll get together and we'll wager a serious bet on this game. We know that Navy's going to win, but I want to be good-natured about giving him the opportunity to at least bet away some of his hard-earned money.
Do you have a score for this game?
I think it's probably going to be low scoring. They both run an option offense. I think it could be like 21-14 or something of that sort. One touchdown. It depends on who's going to make the fumble, who's going to make the mistakes. Neither team can pass. They ought to just stay with their running game.
Well, I know they have dinner on this game. Talk about the behind the scenes. I mentioned that the two of you are the honorary chairs. You're used to putting things together, being a former congressman and a former president.
Well, we've had a great team. Phil Botafuco from the Kraft Group has been absolutely superb. Kristen Adamato here has been terrific. It has been almost 2 years of planning. Phil started this thinking almost 9 years ago, and our last meeting was really a combination of a lot of people working very hard to make this a very successful event.
And it's going to be great weather for the game, too. So, President Makeley, thank you.
Thank you.
Always nice seeing you.
Always great to see you. One last word. Yeah. Beat Army, that's what every Navy guy likes to say.
He wears the hat and he's got the Beat Army. That's not bad.
We're ahead in the series, 62-54, so it's another good day.
All right, they're going to have a great time today and tomorrow over at Gillette Stadium. Fan Fest is taking place, and that's where we find 12 News reporter Matt Paddock. Matt?
Mike, the festivities just got underway here at Gillette Stadium, where fans from across the country have the opportunity to get up close and personal with military equipment like this right here. I'm told it's a GMV 1.1, all a part of FanFest ahead of Saturday's 124th Army-Navy game. Before FanFest officially kicked off tonight, the Pro Shop was the place to be. Fans going through row after row of game day apparel so they could show off who they'll be cheering on come Saturday. Meanwhile, here at Enel Plaza, just in front of the stadium, military vehicles like tanks and planes are on full display, where fans can snap a quick photo and see firsthand some of the equipment used by the brave men and women who fight to defend our freedoms. Then as you walk through the gates of Gillette Stadium, the field's painted, scoreboard preparations are underway, getting ready to make sure both the fans here in Foxborough and those at home get a second-by-second replay and updates about the game. We spoke with several fans here today, including one veteran from New Hampshire, about what bringing this historic rivalry to New England means to the military community.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, we're here in New England where our freedoms literally came from. So to have Army-Navy right here is just the best feeling. It's a national organization, national pride, but to have everything come together and people travel all over the country to come right here to Gillette is unbelievable.
And Army-Navy is being played here at Gillette Stadium on Saturday. But tonight the Patriots are taking on the Steelers, and for fans here at FanFest, you're actually going to be able to watch the board here on this scoreboard right behind me. But for the time being, I want to toss it back to Mike and Shannon in Providence while I speak with fans and veterans alike here at Gillette Stadium.
All right, Matt, thanks. And it sounds like it's just going to be an absolutely terrific time to be at Gillette Stadium all weekend. Well, Rhode Island Senator Jack Reed, obviously he's going to be at the game. Just listening to President Makeley, you kind of know what team that Senator Reed's going to be rooting for. He's an Army veteran.
That's right. Coming up, too, later at 6, I had a chance to talk to 5 friends, all going to the game on Saturday. For all but one of them, this is not their first time at the Army-Navy game, but they're thrilled to have it in Massachusetts for the first time. Some of them are rooting for Army, some are rooting for Navy, but they say it's a friendly rivalry built on the foundation of patriotism.
The two groups, the brigade and the Corps of Cadets, just the energy they put into that game. It may not, the score doesn't really matter as long as Navy wins at the end. It could be 6-0 like the Patriots game, but just it's a really, really fun environment to be in.
Each of them is going to the game, and why the meaning behind it, why they say it's so much more than a football game. And of course, 12 News has you covered leading up to Saturday's game. You can watch that game at 3 o'clock on WPRI 12. And right now on our website, we have all the information you need to know about tickets. There are some still available. We have also the details on what's happening before the game. It's all on WPRI.com. We begin at 5:30 with our coverage of the Army-Navy game at Gillette this Saturday. Good evening, I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Thousands of people will be here in downtown Providence tomorrow, not just getting ready for the game, but all the festivities that are taking place here in the capital city. Let's give you a live look from our camera at the AMP, and that's where we're at right now. We're standing just on the side of the AMP, the home of the Providence Bruins, and the wrestling event will take place tomorrow. You're looking at the Navy shipmen are going to be coming in tomorrow, I think around 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And
there's going to be about 750 that are going to be sleeping inside at the convention center.
That's right. And of course, everyone's talking about who they're going to be rooting for this game on Saturday. And here in Rhode Island, we have a current and former member of Congress who served in opposing parts of the military. So former Congressman Ron Makeley served in the Navy, and Senator Jack Reed served in the Army. And of course, both think that their team is going to be the one to win.
Well, we've got the best team. We've got the best coach, and we'll cheer the heck out of Navy. For one day in the year, Ron and I disagree completely, absolutely, and that's this Saturday for the Army-Navy game.
Well, I'd like to think that Navy will win. However, Army's on a glide path of success. They won the last 3 games. They beat Air Force, which is a very good team.
Did you make a bet with Senator Reid?
We tried to do a bet, dinner, and the loser pays.
Okay, hopefully you win.
I'm hoping so too, or we'll be going down to the hot dog stand.
So do you have a preference of who's going to win this game tomorrow?
This is really tough, Mike, because I have 2 neighbors that I'm very close with, both of whom serve at Naval Station Newport, but then I also have a neighbor who I interviewed who's coming up at 6, whose daughter is serving in the Army. So I don't know.
Well,
I think I have to be Switzerland.
My Uncle Angelo was in the Army.
Uncle Angelo.
Uncle Angelo was in the Army. So
you're going Army.
So we love both the Army and the Navy.
All right. Speaking of the game, how about some Army-Navy fun facts for you? This is one of the oldest and most storied rivalries in college football, and the Commander-in-Chief's trophy is on the line.
And the Navy shipmen lead the series 65-53, but the Army Black Knights won last year's game 20-17.
This is the 3rd time Gillette Stadium put out a bid to host the game, and only the 1st time it got picked. Another fun fact, Bill Belichick's dad coached Naval Academy from 1956 to 1989. I didn't know that. I just read this. This is news to me, everybody. And today at Pontiac High School, students got an up-close look at some of the military helicopters that will be flying over Gillette Stadium on Saturday.
And 2 actually are from Massachusetts. Photojournalist Ryan Welch had the honor of catching up with them. Take a look.
So here we got the HH-60 Mike Black Hawk helicopter.
Today we're doing a support mission here for Pontiac High School.
And buckle in here.
We're bringing the aircraft, we're bringing the crew members.
So I've been flying the Apache for 5 years now. It's a different experience talking to somebody who just landed a helicopter at your high school and say, hey, how do I go do what you do?
I was there in 2022. Being from New England, it kind of takes me back home to be in this area. Just remembering like when I was in high school and thinking about the Army and just how much I looked up to those guys. So as one of the pilots, I will sit in the front left or front right seat.
We're doing rehearsal this afternoon.
So we have the Army-Navy game this Saturday in which you'll see a Chinook, a Black Hawk, and 2 Apaches from 10th Mountain Division. Flyover is a tradition in America just as much as football is in America.
After having gone to the game as a West Point cadet for 4 years and then coming back full circle for the flyover will be a really cool opportunity.
I've been a Patriots fan since I was 2 years old. I grew up in the New England area, so being able to fly over Gillette Stadium is going to be a dream come true for me. I've been to 36 Patriots games. Oh yeah.
But never from above.
Never from above, yeah.
You know, flying in front of a crowd doesn't happen very often, but when we do, it is very cool. You don't notice it as much in the moment because you're focused on what you're doing. It always hits you right after.
I think it's really cool. We've been able to fly over my home state, and I think it's really cool to go out to the community here in Pontiac, Rhode Island, and be able to interact with them as well. Yeah, the Army Aviation motto is above the best, and I think that really kind of encompasses what we're doing over there as far as the flyover. When the Army team runs out, you have the aviation assets above them supporting the ground force, and that's what we're about in Army Aviation.
And people I've spoken with who've been to Army-Navy games outside of New England have said the pageantry and all of the tradition that goes into the game is really something to witness. Thankfully, Mike, it's going to be much warmer for the game on Saturday. I'm trying to look like I'm warm out here, but I've already been told by a viewer that I'm visibly shaking on camera.
All right, the Patriots are playing tonight in Pittsburgh. They're showing the game at Gillette, and of course the football game, Army-Navy, is on Saturday. So we're going to send it back to Kim and Tony in the studio.
All right, Mike Shannon, thanks so much. And as a reminder, you can watch Saturday's game right here on WPRI 12. It starts at 3 o'clock, and we have more information about the game and all of those other festivities Mike and Shannon have been talking about on our website, WPRI.com. First tonight, the first ever Army-Navy game in New England is now just a couple of days away, and Providence is expecting thousands of visitors, including hundreds of Navy midshipmen staying right at the convention center. 12 News anchors Shannon Heggie and Mike Montecalvo are live right next door at the AMP. And Shannon and Mike, at this time tomorrow, there's going to be plenty of buzz in that area.
Oh, absolutely, Kim. And, you know, this is a typical Thursday night right now at 6 o'clock, but tomorrow night it's going to be different. Think about it. People just going out to dinner, There's a Trinity rep with a Christmas carol, and of course in this building right here, the WWE has a salute to the troops.
He's excited for. He's like, you think we can get a wrestler live on TV tomorrow night? So much happening. You know, we've been hearing from a lot of different people who are rooting for Navy, rooting for Army. I got a chance to speak to a local group heading to the game. Some of them rooting for Army, some are rooting for Navy, but they all agree that this game is about more than football, because at the end of the day, everyone on that field is on Team USA. Long?
Yeah.
For these friends, the Army-Navy game is an annual tradition that started years ago.
And Peter likes football, too.
For it to finally come to Massachusetts for the first time ever makes it even more special.
Yeah, I'm so excited you're going with us.
And each of them is going for a different reason. Karen and her husband are Naval Academy grads.
It's time for our area to get a little bit of the excitement that we've been experiencing down in the Mid-Atlantic states.
Her sister-in-law, Michaela, is a new Navy mom.
I'm really looking forward to the pageantry. I know that there's flyovers and paratroopers, I believe, come down to see the rivalry up front and personal. It's always good to see a man in a uniform, not gonna lie.
Jill and Adam's daughter, Kaylee, graduated from West Point and will be arriving Friday to go to the game.
I think we are a little competitive.
And Mary Beth's two daughters are West Point grads as well.
There's so much rivalry between the two teams, so that's just always so fun, is to have some friendly banter with people from Navy.
For some of them, this will be their 6th Army-Navy game, and you better believe they're keeping score.
This game is their Super Bowl. It's everything wrapped into one. And I mean, in every sport, so I have my letter sweater here. Every time you beat Army, you get a star. And so you want to get a star on your letter sweater by beating Army as well. So
where are your stars? I have a jacket somewhere.
But at the heart of it, they all agree this is so much more than a football game. The pageantry and patriotism emotional to witness in person.
It is something that should be on everyone's bucket list. It's just an amazing thing to see the Corps of Cadets and the midshipmen all in their designated areas, and just knowing that these young men and women are risking their lives for our freedom.
Go Army! Beat Navy! Go Navy! Beat Army!
So a very friendly rivalry there, as you can tell. Now, Jill's daughter, Kaylee, is arriving at TF Green tomorrow, I think at 1 o'clock. So I'm sure that will be a beautiful reunion for her to see her family again, and they'll all go to the game together, tailgate together. I think there's a total of 8 of them going to the game. But how about this for some Navy pride? Hanging from Hammett's Wharf in Newport is a giant sign reading, "Go Navy, Beat Army." The owner of Hammett's, Colin Kane, who's actually Karen's husband, Karen, who was just in that story we told you, he graduated from the Naval Academy in 1988. I'm told that it's tradition for freshmen known as plebes at the Academy to hang sheet posters from the windows of their dorms before games, so this is his version of that tradition, that giant sign hanging in Newport.
Also up in Foxborough, it's the Army-Navy Fan Fest that's taking place. It's open to the public for the very first time, and that's where we find 12 News reporter Matt Paddock, who joins us now live from Foxborough. And Matt, can you tell us what this all means for those local fans?
Really good from a run defense standpoint.
Mike, both sides of the aisle are extremely excited. It's a huge rivalry, and I think Shannon said it best. It's like the Super Bowl to both Army and Navy. But I want to show you what the festivities look like at this hour, as dozens have come out to celebrate Fan Fest. It's a chance for fans to be up close and personal with military vehicles like the ones you're seeing on your screen, and an opportunity for fans to get fired up for the 124th Army-Navy game. Now, just before 6 o'clock, fans who came early making their way to the pro shop, sorting through row after row of Army and Navy apparel so they could show off who they'll be cheering on come this weekend. Meanwhile, here in the heart of Enel Plaza, several military vehicles, including planes and tanks, are spread out where kids and adults alike have the opportunity to take photos and speak with some of the brave men and women who are currently enlisted and fighting to defend the freedoms we all readily enjoy. Then, as you walk through the gates of Gillette Stadium, the field's painted. Scoreboard preparations are are underway, getting ready to make sure both the fans here in Foxborough and those at home on Saturday get minute-by-minute replays and updates about the game. Now, we spoke with several fans here today, including a family from Burrillville, as well as an active military member who made the trip here from Texas, who shares with us why it meant so much to take part in FanFest.
I'd say breathtaking because these guys put their lives on the line for us, and it's just a nice way to thank them.
We're going to be here Saturday. We're going to have this setup that we have right now, and then afterwards we're going to go attend the game, and we're excited to see Army beat Navy.
Is prepared for a heavy run.
And while Army and Navy fight on Saturday for bragging rights, those fans here at FanFest tonight will be able to watch the Patriots take on the Steelers as the Pats fight for their third victory of the season. Now they're going to be able to watch this game live, which is being streamed on this screen right here behind me. Now, for the time being, I want to send it back to Mike and Shannon in Providence, who continue our live coverage tonight.
Thank you, Matt. Now, of course, the game is happening in Foxborough, Massachusetts, but as we've mentioned, there is a ton happening here in Rhode Island, a lot of people staying here, and Governor Dan McKee is really excited about our state's involvement in the Army-Navy game.
Now, as for who he's rooting for, he's invited Major General Christopher Callahan, who's the Adjutant General of the Rhode Island National Guard Army, and Kasim Yarn, the Veterans Affairs Director in the state of Rhode Island. He's Navy, to the game.
I am going to the game. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to go with General Callahan, and he's the Army, right? And so, and I mentioned I gave an invite to Kasim Yan. He declined. I don't know why, but he must have had something other to do, or he didn't really want to mix in with the Army. I don't know. The Army-Navy thing going on right now is pretty interesting. I know my place. I am cheering for a good game.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Director Yarn many times. He is a proud Navy man, for sure. But the governor obviously is being diplomatic there.
Yeah, well, that's going to do it for us out here live in Providence tonight. Kim, we'll send it back to you in what I'm sure is a nice and warm studio.
Yeah, a little bit warmer in here for sure, Mike and Shannon. Stay toasty out there. All right, we will be back live at the AMP tomorrow, and count on 12 for continuing coverage leading up to game day, both on air and on WPRI.com. And then, of course, the game's on 12. You can watch the Army-Navy matchup Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on WPRI 12.